Hi!
Hey!
You're watching an episode of Deck the Hallmark. Thanks for doing that. And good news, watcher.
Free trial of Philo for an entire month.
Whoa!
Coming your way.
Wow, that's amazing. All you got to do is go to philo.tv/deckthehallmark or click the button on top of my face.
Right there. Right over
Free
there.
month.
On him.
Do it. Do it.
Right now.
Do it. Here's the episode.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
All right, let's do this thing.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
3, 2.
Camera down.
No.
My name is Brandon.
Reached over with my short arm.
My name is Brandon. I love Hallmark classic Christmas movies.
Hey, it's Panda. I like Hallmark classic Christmas movies.
Easy for you to say. I'm Dan. I did. Put it away, sir. For the love.
This is why we're never doing another 3-day pass.
I just don't. Never again. I despise Hallmark classic Christmas movies. This is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. It shows you how much I love you guys because I saw that you drink some water and I sped up on purpose just to see what you would do.
That's great.
And it's going to be good for the YouTubes if we ever put our videos up, Bran.
They go up, man. They go up at different times.
Is the Mondays the one that on the day we're recording, is that one up?
No, not yet. It will be. It will be upon finishing this one. Will be upon finishing this
It
one.
will be upon finishing.
Yes.
It's that classic Christmas movie time, y'all.
So here's the situation
classic
with the
Christmas.
Monday episode. I do the Monday ones at home
Yeah.
on the weekend.
Uh-huh.
Harder to do the video at home. So I typically do that Monday morning when I get in.
Yeah.
But we've had internet issues.
All
and
kinds.
So because the Ethernet was gone, it's been a whole thing.
It's been a whole thing.
But the Ethernet's back. We got
Baby.
the Ethernet back, baby. And after this, it's going to go right on up there.
Then tomorrow we'll put the Ethernet back over there.
It's going to be a whole...
I'm calling him. I'm talking to a person.
You're going to talk to a person, man.
gonna
Charter, get your act together.
Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet.
0 creams for Spectrum.
That's exactly... No kidding, man. Guys, boy, we've done a good one here. Some backstory to this movie.
We've done a good one here.
Yeah, man, we've done a good one.
We are going to review a good one.
Do you want to be here, Panda? You seem like you want to be
Yeah.
here. You
No,
said-
I want to be here. It's been a lot listening to you.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's mean.
and-
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. And what I mean by that, Bran, is there's just been a lot of things that you've said that have made me just wonder. It's made me ponder. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, you take
It's
over.
not me. No.
you take
No,
over.
you're doing fantastic.
fantastic.
It's just
I
been.
think you deserve.
It's just been a
he
lot.
deserves an apology.
Yeah, you apologize.
I didn't say
I think-
it's been
but-
tough listening to you.
That's a
I
hard
did not
thing to
say
say.
it's been tough.
What did you say?
I said it's been a lot listening.
I've been a lot listening to you.
That's tough for someone who who for a living says recorded words.
No, but I think
One of the worst things you could say is to him is it's been a lot listening to
it's
you.
been a lot listening because I think
To you. You said to you the first time.
your energy level has just not been there for me this week.
What? No. This is a classic
My
turnaround.
energy
Your
level?
energy level was low, and you just tried to turn it around on him. That's what happened.
I've
there.
been high energy this week.
I
Yeah.
don't think you're as pumped
You don't
as
have your
think
doggy's
you
hat
could.
on.
I don't have my doggy's hat
And
on.
that's
That's
been the
true.
thing. That's been the
I'll go
issue.
do that, guys. Tell everybody about how this movie got into our vernacular this week.
I will, and after I do that, I will explain to Bram what vernacular means and how to correctly use it. We did Jen Kirkman's podcast, friend of the show, Jen Kirkman. It's called No Fun, the No Fun podcast with Jen Kirkman. And it is not out yet, but we did the pod, and she started talking about this movie that aired a long time ago on Hallmark, and she started explaining it. It was really funny. None of us could think of the name of it, and we finally found out the name of the movie, and she was like, you guys have to watch it. And so what we did was we watched it, and then bing, bang, boom, vernacular.
Vernacular. That's exactly right. And
Okay, that changes everything.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's what's
this is
been
an
missing.
easy out for him. He told you it was hard to listen to you.
Well, I
It's
mean,
been a lot to listen to you.
it's just been a lot.
And if you want to watch it, Eve's Christmas currently on Tubi for free.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
You can watch that boy.
What
right?
year was this? bad boy?
2004.
I thought you just said if you want to watch It Eats Christmas, and I was like, what movie is that? Pennywise is a Christmas special.
Ding, 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 you'll float.
None of that was Christmas. I want to be clear.
It was dun, 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 you'll float.
No, that was good.
It's great stuff.
He's turned it
you'll
around.
float
He's,
too.
he's turned
Yeah,
it around.
It Eats
It's
Christmas.
it's
Coming
the bulldog
straight
cat.
to Tubi.
Hi, I'm Pennywise.
Now he's overdoing it. He's overcompensating. That was not
He
worth that
said I
laugh.
was low on energy.
No, you're not over. He's overcompensating
No,
with the
that
laugh.
is funny. It's
Yeah,
funny.
It was okay. It was a 6.
What? Oh, now he's saying you're
no,
not
it was a
funny.
6 of 10.
You owe him an
Pennywise?
apology.
No, the
My
Pennywise is great.
Pennywise is great.
His Pennywise is really good.
You sound like an old lady.
It's Pennywise.
Is
I
Tracy
like that.
doing that?
You'll float to death. Christmas spirit.
Through the Christmas spirit.
That's great.
You
You owe him an apology.
I owe him nothing.
You owe him an apology.
Guys, Dan gets mad at me whenever I do my Kevin McAllister impression.
It's bad. And just so we're clear, this is not a Kevin McAllister that's like his neighbor. This is the Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Kevin McAllister, Home Alone.
Close your eyes and try to picture a young Macaulay Culkin
He's walking around his
and
house.
listen to this guy sell you a Chicago hot dog.
He's walking around his house trying to find his family. He doesn't know what's going on yet.
I'm listening.
This is before here we go. Mom, Dad, boys, where are you guys?
It's just not anywhere in the ballpark, man.
I gotta go back to it. It's been a lot listening
It's
to
been
you
a
this
lot
week.
listening to you. I'm now on Panda side. We've had a lot of alliance shifts today, and we're early yet, 6 minutes
Oh, my
in. But
goodness.
it has officially been a lot listening to you because that is at least the 13th time I've heard that impression. And I'm lowballing it. Woo! Mom, Dad.
I made
Boss.
my family disappear.
I just don't know what you're doing.
Okay, that last line wasn't.
No, heck no. Don't let him off the hook.
No, like where he goes, I made my mom and dad disappear.
It's not the line.
Yours is better. It's I made my family disappear.
Right.
His impression just now sounded more like your Pennywise.
But that's what I was trying to do is brand Pennywise impression.
You can't do my Pennywise.
Oh my God.
I can try to do your Pennywise.
Dueling Pennywise.
Dueling Pennywise.
Dueling Pennywise coming to wherever you listen to podcasts.
Rainbow Fest?
Yeah. That'll be full dress and makeup there, correct?
Oh, for sure.
Eve's Christmas is the name of the movie. I don't know if
Some
we ever
kids
said
at
it.
my kids' school
Some kids at your kid's school.
know who Pennywise is, and they've tried to scare my kids with Pennywise.
Guys, if your kids are
And-
one of those kids that try to scare other kids,
And I told them straight up, Pennywise isn't real. You know, like Santa.
oh my gosh, that's really not cool.
Wait, you told the kids who
I
were
told
trying
my kids that, and they went back to school with it.
Oh, okay. I thought you told the other kids point blank that.
Yeah,
They'll
no.
get it.
Boy,
You're gonna try to scare my kid? Are you kidding me?
man,
So your kids took that to school?
you're just
Yeah.
doing warfare through children over there. That's terrible.
You said Pennywise is fake. It's not real. It's from the land of make believe. It's like how we make believe Santa. It's just not real. It's cool. It's just something for babies. It's just if they want to believe it's not it's real. That's fine. It's just not real.
Something for babies. Pennywise is not for babies.
That's true. True.
something for babies.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pennywise you're watching. It's not for babies.
It's a kid stand-up comic with a poorly chosen name. He's really straight-laced. All G-rated stuff. Steven,
Golden Grams? Don't mind if I do.
never heard of Stephen King. He stays away from that kind of literature. You went Golden Grams. Don't mind if I do. That's what you went.
All right. Eve's Christmas originally aired on December 6, 2004. And it went a little...
2004.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
Hey, it's Cad Ramshod here.
What?
Cad Ramshod. I'm the 2004 guy.
I'm sorry. Cad Ramshod?
You heard correctly.
I love
Did
Cad.
I stutter?
I hoped so. Cad Ramshot.
You heard correctly.
Why'd you pick 2004, Cad?
You don't worry about it. 2004 is the year of dreams.
What does that mean?
no, it
the year of
was.
dreams.
All my dreams came true in 2004.
All of them?
All of them.
Which ones?
Hot air balloons aplenty.
I'm not gonna dive into that. I'm not gonna dive in.
Ken Ramshot out.
I'm not falling for the bait there. How many hot air balloons is aplenty?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
I don't want to something like this. It's Christmas Eve 2004. Eve is a hotshot deal maker
Yeah, she is.
who has a miserable life. Her best friend, she's kind of great. They've been friends for a long time, but she's not really doing anything meaningful in her life aside from occasionally making out with her married boss. Yep, that's happening. She has decided that she's not going home for Christmas. She hasn't been home in 8 years, and we'll get back to 8 years ago in just a minute. She barely speaks to her parents, even though they're kind of the best. And when her boss tells Eve that he's going to be spending Christmas with his wife and kids instead of her, she's like, oh, wow, my life is miserable. It's the worst. So she is on her way home, and she is stopped by this guy who said, you know, about Christmas wishes, you can make those are going to happen to you. So she gets home. She starts watching home videos of her and her old fiance, Scott. She's getting sad. She goes to bed. She looks outside. She sees a big old Christmas star up there. So she makes a wish that she could go back in time and be in her family and her happy time life. She wakes up. She's back in her old bed. She's back in her family's house. She's back in her old town. And she sees Scott. And she's very excited about all this. What is going on? The guy pops up again. He's a guardian angel. And he says, basically, you got 1 week to live. And you got to live it. And so she starts to live life, and she realizes how much she loves the people in her life, how much she loves Scott. They're planning the wedding, and she's like, I think I want to get married to this guy. But then she starts getting calls from her old boss, new boss, the boss from 2004, who's trying to get her to come in 1996 to take a job, which is what happened in the other life. And she starts to fall back into the same traps, like, oh, big city, oh, big life, this is what I've wanted. She writes this letter to Scott that she ends up not giving him, but he finds. It's basically like, I can't make you leave your life, blah, blah, blah. It is, it's Christmas Eve, and she realizes that she loves Scott, that she wants to marry him, so they get married. And she goes outside on the night that they get married. She looks up at the sky, and she wishes that this was her life. She wakes up the next morning. It is Christmas morning. She's married to Scott. It is 2004. They're in a big apartment. They kiss. And that, my friends, was Eve's Christmas.
We did it.
That's exactly right.
It's Christmas Eve. It's Eve's Christmas.
They get a lot of mileage out of each Christmas.
Yeah, they
this
do.
one. They
I feel
really
like There's
do.
another one that's her name's Eve, and it's something similar to It's Christmas Eve as well.
Christmas Eve's evening.
Oh no, it's the one we watched with Haley Duff. All about Christmas Eve.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Her name's Eve as well.
That was ABC Family Joint.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll break this movie down on Untitled Hallmark.
Guys, you know what I'm excited about?
What?
What's that?
TV.
What
Oh
about it?
yeah.
Yeah. Unlimited.
Unlimited TV.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
All sorts of good things, boys. I'm excited about channels,
Yeah?
Unlimited?
unlimited channels, all
Nice.
sorts of them.
Not true.
Not unlimited.
There's a limited amount.
Not for the DVR though.
Yeah. Channels DVR are different.
Yeah. I see your point now. But also, I'm excited about trials.
What do you mean trials? Like courtroom cases?
Yeah. Some of those.
Tribulations?
Less excited about the tribulations, more excited about the trials. TV trials, trials of the heart,
Yeah.
and also the 1 month free trial that Philo's offering right
1
now.
month.
So there's an unlimited TV service that I can get for free,
For 1 month.
and it's unlimited.
Unlimited DVR, unlimited, lots of channels.
How do I get that 1 month free trial?
You go to philo.tv/deckthehallmark and you go there and sign up.
Wow. This has been as convincing as anything I've heard. Go get it today.
Philo.tv/Hallmark.
Those unlimited channels.
Unlimited.
Got lost in the ochres a bit there.
It's tough to listen to you.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough sledding out there.
Channel 3 is unlimited, and they do have a Channel 3.
Yeah. They don't have a channel 3. Their channels aren't numbered. That's like an old way of doing things.
Channel 3, Dan.
It's
on.
not-
It's on. Just Google for once.
Yeah, I will.
It's unlimited. You've been there.
I've been there, yeah.
But
Eve's
Philo
Chri-
does not have a channel 3. We are required to say that. I want to be clear.
and they won't fry your TV.
That's right.
Eve's Christmas, 2004. Jen Kirkman, shout outs. We watched it for free, and it's time for us to break it down.
We watched it for free. What does that mean?
We watched it for free on
Tubi?
Tubi.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. It was just a free watch.
Free watch, yeah.
We didn't
you
have
can
to
find
rent,
it for
we
free.
didn't- we didn't have to rent it.
That's right.
Does
No.
Tubi have Channel 3?
No, they don't.
It's 2021, for the love of God. I know when we were growing up, I put it on channel 3 to play if you wanted to play like a video game or hook up a VCR or something. For you, that
was unlimited.
One of the 5 channels that was on television.
Right. It was unlimited.
But we are
Why
now in
was
an
it you
age-
had to go to Channel 3 to get to the
I think it
the
was
RCA?
some sort of analog switch instead of an input source thing. That was the channel for the input.
It's a good guess.
Yeah.
Based on the information we have.
Because you had a cable and they would run
Yeah.
the coax, or you could go to channel 3, which then would do the input, whatever input you
would
had.
go
To the input. That's right.
to the inputs.
Channel 3 could do everything.
Your
That
TV,
was wild.
the little guys in there on your TV that were running the whole thing
That's
in the
right.
background.
They were like,
They were like,
Did you guys ever have to
the
adjust the
input.
antennas and
Oh,
get
yeah,
it?
yeah, for sure.
It was awesome.
Kidding me? Eve's Christmas. We're breaking it down. We have 4 segments to do that. We're going to start with the hot take. Panda, what'd you think of Eve's Christmas?
Premise is I don't mind the time travel ones.
But it's a dream, which is weird. We're in a
Is it
weird,
though? I don't
we're
think
in a
it
weird,
is.
murky area.
Is it? I didn't.
I
We're
don't
in
think
a
it's a
weird,
dream.
murky area because she goes to sleep
correct, but
and then wakes up. It's a strange.
it's
boy.
a dream. It's a dream time hop.
So my question is, if she was in the time, and we just skip straight to what the Hallmark, but if it's time travel, she goes to sleep on the 17th. She wakes up on the 25th. Was she sleeping the whole time?
She goes to sleep on the 24th, wakes up on the 17th,
17th.
So
lives
it's a
that
dream.
full
So it's a
week.
dream. It's a dream.
Lives that full week,
It's a dream.
and then
Dream then.
I don't think it is though.
It's a
But
dream that
what-
changes the future.
But what
That's
is
a time travel then.
Well,
That's
then
But
doesn't-
time traveled only while sleeping?
yes.
the question then is what is the dream?
Yeah. No, it's
Because
wild.
a dream can't change.
That's
life.
right.
So the dream could have been.
It was a time travel
everything.
dream situation.
The dream
Could be
be
everything.
everything.
It's all a dream.
okay.
And so she falls asleep in her dream as well.
That's
So
right.
the dream starts at the beginning of this movie.
That's right.
Runs through the gauntlet, vernacular, and then ends with the wake up. And,
That's right.
And she's reminded how much she loves. But she
Man.
also seems surprised also when she
But
wakes up.
we'll say time travel for the sake of brevity. We'll say time travel.
all this conversation, by the way, more interesting, unfortunately, than this movie. This movie's kind of a slog to sit through. There are some funny parts in it, for sure. I got very little chemistry feels from the lead actor. I don't know who that is, but he felt...
I don't know who anybody is in this movie.
Yeah, I don't either, but I didn't feel like there was any connection between her and him. So I thought her buddy, her friend, was a pretty fun choice. I enjoyed her friend.
Okay.
And so I thought that was fine, but I didn't really get like a ton of feels in this one. So yeah, not a huge fan of this movie. Just where I'm at on it.
So this is 2004 just seems louder, doesn't it? 2004 movies seem louder. There's
do you
lots
mean?
of loud things that go on in this movie. Like the karaoke scene just was loud. It was at like a different pitch.
I think
there was a lot. Even the
I would say that
sirens, they were louder.
That seemed jarring because there are scenes in this movie that would have never taken place in a Hallmark movie of the past 10 years. And they're very I mean, at one point, there's a scene early on with her and Kevin Smith that I was I was uncomfortable.
Yes.
For sure.
But there's even just sounds that I wouldn't hear.
You're right. It's
And-
all the sounds are louder. They're not
Yeah.
muted, so you can have it on in the background. This movie thinks you're watching it and paying attention to it. It's a
Yes.
jarring film.
There are some conversations that there's noises where you have to pay attention
That's
to
right.
the dialogue in order to hear it. 'Cause
The music they pick is different. Everything. It's
Everything
just-
is
yeah.
different. 2004
Yeah.
was a wild time. Dan, you did a little bit of little research, dug up the only other 2004 movie that we have done.
Single Santa,
Single Santa
seeking
seeks
Mrs.
Santa.
Claus.
Oh, Mrs.
They
Which-
only did 6 movies that year.
Yeah,
These were 2 of them.
yeah. And Single
Wow.
Santa Seeks Mrs. Claus is a classic of like just an
A
astounding.
demented classic.
an astounding
Absolutely.
movie.
I saw who's in which one? Is,
Steve Gutenberg.
It's
It was like we had Mike DeCenzo.
DeCenzo
one.
and DeCenzo joined us.
That's classic. Yeah. I do
And what's his
remember
name?
Uh,
Hobart Lewis.
Yeah, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Jimmy Idaho. What's his name? I don't know his
He's a
name.
great Twitter follow.
Twiddle follow.
He's a great
John Haskell.
John
Got it.
Haskell.
Yep.
Woo!
It was
Love John
Jimmy
Haskell.
Idaho. That
Fantastic Twitter follow.
it's
it's
a fantastic Twitter follow for Brand.
Brand, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like
Just weird observations for no reason. John Haskell's your guy.
if you like I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, you'll like John Haskell on Twitter. That's the connection. That's
That
the
is a good
point.
connection.
So it is just as jarring is a good word for it. It's a jarring movie, especially when we're so used to what we get with Hallmark Christmas movies. This is pre Abbott. This is pre everything in a nice little box, and pre knowing what I'm supposed to feel when I'm watching this movie. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel watching this movie.
No.
I don't know if
There's hardly any time for chemistry between the two leads.
And I don't know if I should be cheering for her because she's pretty much the worst. And even in
Whoa.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that.
I disagree.
how do you figure?
I
She
don't-
hasn't talked to her family in almost 8 years. She's sleeping with her boss, who's a married guy. There's not much to like
for
about
the
her.
majority of the movie, she hasn't done all of that.
But she goes back in time,
Yeah.
and then she almost falls back into the trap. Like, am I supposed to be cheering that she doesn't go back to the life that she? I don't know what I'm supposed to be cheering
fair.
for.
Okay.
Is
get that.
where I'm at. And I don't like Scott enough to cheer for him. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this movie. And there's not enough Christmas feels. And so overall, I left more confused than anything.
Okay.
And that's how I felt.
It does offer a lot that we don't typically get to see in these movies, which made it a little bit more, at least unusual, if nothing else. Like, I would nominate it for best Hallmark use of time travel if it's a time travel movie. Like, they literally go from having nothing to starting what amounts to be $1 billion industry overnight, which is pretty cool. I would nominate it for most unfortunate use of wigs. There's some terrible wigs in this movie.
There were decisions made on those wigs.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Smith wears a wig, and then when they go back in time, they just flip the wig to where the back is in the front for when he's younger. It's not a good movie by any stretch, but it's interesting to me only because it does everything that the book of Hallmark would say not to do across the board. She still, has the high-rise apartment. She changes things with the time travel that helps her become incredibly wealthy. It's not the typical Hallmark leave for the small town bit. So from that standpoint, it held my attention, but it is not good. It is film studio quality. They spared all expenses. They did not spend any money on this movie. They didn't have to. It was a few cameras with real film in it, and that's it. And you can tell. It is real
There
bad.
are some shots that are just out of
Oh,
focus.
they're
Yeah,
so
it's bad.
terrible. Oh,
It's very weird.
real bad.
It's just weird. The movie's
Yes.
just weird,
It's
right?
an odd. I
Yeah.
couldn't wrap my head around it.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna sit with me for a while. Like, I don't know. I still don't know what to do with it.
I know, as weird as this sounds, it feels like a movie I saw in a dream. It feels like.
Well, then they
it
did
was
their
in-
job.
Yeah, I do feel like it's a movie. I wake up and I'm like,
Did I see that?
what did I just? What was that about? What happened
Yeah,
there?
it's a weird.
Is it a dream within a dream? What is it? What the Inception
Real
happened
Inception in 2004.
They
Maybe
had a-
Inception stole its idea from Eve's Christmas.
I think
You
that's
hear that,
spot on.
Nolan? You hack.
here? You hack. All right, guys, let's get to all the feels. Part of the show we talk about what in this movie gives feels. Panda.
I think the time she spends, anytime she spends with her
You
parents.
look like you are straight doing an ad for Core. You were doing
Hi, I'm Dan. I don't drink water often. When I do, it's core hydration. Hydrates me to my core. And I think the results speak for themselves. That was refilled out of our tap.
Greenville Water.
All right, cut.
That was good.
That was good,
real
right?
good.
Thanks.
Well, that's pretty-
Moving on.
Anytime she gets to spend with her parents are really solid scenes. I haven't liked the scene where I don't understand the scene when she's taping her dad and brother watching the football game. I don't understand it, but I like that scene overall. I also like the time she gets to spend with her mom when she starts asking her mom advice. And I don't understand why she ended up not hanging out with her parents for a while. I don't understand that. I don't think they answer that because her parents seem great. Twizzler, her brother doesn't seem great.
Is his name really Twizzler?
I don't know.
They call him Twizzler. I don't know. But anyway, anytime she spends with her parents seems great.
All right.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got karaoke feels because I love karaoke, and the one thing that I love more than karaoke is bad
Yes,
karaoke.
yes.
Like that's why you go to karaoke. You go to karaoke for bad karaoke. And by the way, speaking of karaoke, fantastic episode of Yo Gabble Gabble dropped on the Bramble Jam Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Involving a dispute over
Karaoke.
a karaoke time slot.
That's right. 7 p.m.
So that's the type of stuff you're missing if you're not.
I mean, come on.
Bramble Jam Plus
Dude,
member.
it's great.
But I love karaoke. I think it's just fun. But when there's someone bad that thinks they're really good, it makes it so much better. And so I love that. Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I got 1996 feels. I mean, not that I want to go back there, but just like, what were we thinking? Like all of us collectively. And it's 2004's version of 1996, which in Hallmark like almost checks out, right? Like as being accurate. But it's wild back then. The baggy jeans, the whole bit. The computers were gigantic, and it felt like it really was 1996. So I guess that would be what qualifies for me. And them using this chance to change something to benefit themselves. I
love that.
I loved that aspect of this movie. That's like, I'm going to invent something. And this movie it's in 2004, and Amazon doesn't become a thing like to ship until 2005, but it's a company in 96 or 95. So I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they crushed it. Like from a cultural touchstone standpoint, they couldn't have done a better job of creating this thing that ships books directly to your house if they tried to do it. And I don't know, unless they were just prescient, I don't know how they figured out like how to do that when Amazon didn't launch until 2005.
No, Amazon launched before that.
They were around in 1995.
Right.
But they didn't start shipping things through Prime until 2005.
No, but they were shipping. I mean, I remember buying a book in 2001 from them and having it shipped to my house.
So they were doing it before then.
They
Okay,
had
so
to have been,
maybe
yeah.
Prime started in 05. So that's how they figured it out. All right, I knew I was giving the movie too much credit.
Yeah.
Prime started in 05.
I mean, Hallmark at that point has missed the boat on their own idea.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
at that point,
yeah,
like
swinging a
like,
miss.
sheesh.
But eBay was around, so I think they maybe just were doing a little eBay.
I think
dip
they
as
were
well.
more focused on eBay than Amazon.
Yeah.
That is also true.
Well,
I don't know.
the fact that Amazon's around and shipping books in 2001 makes all the sense in the world.
I think so. I mean, because I bought a chess book back then, and then
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
When you were at the old folks' home, chess was huge back then. All your friends though, not around to play anymore. I go over and play with you once a week, every
I
Thursday.
appreciate it. Keeps the
right.
mind young.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the Wait What's here on Untitled Hallmark. Well, Lemony Snicket, we're back.
Lemony Snicket, you said.
Shout out to Lemony.
I liked the Jim Carrey Lemony Snicket movie. I want to go and say it on the record. People
yeah,
didn't
you
like
probably
the movie.
shouldn't say
I
that.
thought it was good.
Are they going to do any more seasons of the
I didn't, but
Lemony Snicket?
and I didn't like the show. Neil Patrick Harris didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was okay.
couldn't get into it after 6 episodes out, and I never stopped a show that has 10 episodes in it after 6. I was done. Wild. I'm in the minority on that though. Most people hate the movie. Love
Is
the
Jim
show.
Carrey still in character? How does Jim Carrey work? Is he all stay in the character until his next character? I can't keep track of what Jim Carrey's doing.
Method? No, I don't think
Jim
so.
Carrey, but Jim Carrey also believes that he isn't like Jim Carrey is a character.
Yes,
And
he
he
does.
just is that
Yeah.
my understanding of Jim Carrey?
He's out there, which is a shame because when he does like physical comedy stuff, it's still gold. In Sonic the Hedgehog, he was good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen Sonic.
his character, like the movie itself,
Sonic came out right before the pandemic.
right before the pandemic.
Yeah, and it-
but
I-
Dr. Robotnik in there is just pure.
Are you kidding me? We saw that before
We saw it before the pandemic.
You're kidding me.
No, we did. You and me in the theater Thursday night.
Wow.
We also saw Pikachu. We see movies that aren't kids' movies, I promise, but we saw both of those.
I also miss Pikachu.
Sonic was better than Pikachu. And I
The
think
last
we'd all
movie,
agree.
the last
100%.
movie I saw in the theaters before the shutdown was The Way Back, which was a downer to go out.
I
on.
saw The Way Back, and then I saw Onward back to back. Neither with you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I saw The Way Back, and then I went to the theater and saw Onward by
What's
myself.
the way back?
It's Ben Affleck basketball movie, director of Warrior, same guy.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It was
It's just
solid.
a downer to go
It
out
is a
on.
downer.
Is there a bummer? It's a real bummer.
Are you drinking?
I know. I
Is
said
there a
the
bummer?
The bee got stuck.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Go
Go
Bayside.
Bayside.
Also on Back to Bayside, we are
Post
exploring.
Meridian.
We are exploring a season that goes in.
It diverts.
They run.
Talk about time travel.
But it's parallel.
Yeah.
It's very.
If you want to hear a Saved by the Bell rewatch podcast that is your favorite non-cast related rewatch, you got to join Variable Jam
That's
Plus.
exactly right.
Because that's been a ton of fun.
Yeah, it always is. Hey, let's do this, boys. Let's get to the wait, what part of Eve's Christmas and share exactly the things that confused us, that didn't make sense, made us go, wait, what, while we were watching it. And I'll start with you, Panda. Panda, what you got, pal?
So she goes back in time to 96. And one of the things she goes back to is her favorite, like, cafe, diner, dive. Winkies, called
there's
Winkies.
another place they go to called the Toss O'Clock. What's it called?
Called Lucky Ones.
Lucky
Yeah,
Ones.
Lucky Ones, yeah.
So they go to two places, but Winkies is like the diner.
Yeah, Winkies is the diner with the cheese fries, right?
Yes.
So she, the bit is that she keeps forgetting when she is,
Yes.
and she's ordering all these things that she likes now as an adult that she wouldn't have ordered when she was 21,
Yeah.
22. Funny bit, I get it. But she's at Winkies and she orders a wheat toast with sprouts and light avocado.
No
sandwich.
crust.
No
Yeah.
crust on it. And the lady at Winkies sighs and rolls her eyes. Now, my thing is, a place that is serving cheese fries and burgers, they're not going to have any of those ingredients.
Maybe wheat. Maybe wheat bread. No
Maybe-
sprouts.
And in 96, avocado?
Avocado.
Are you
forget it.
kidding me?
No way.
Stop it.
No.
Not a thing. It's not happening. Neil's hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just what? What's happening?
Kevin Smith. I swear to you, the wig is this way, and then they just turn it this way.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
The last part of the movie that is just the weird. I think, you know what? I'll say this. This is the weirdest wedding movie, wedding I've ever
hands
seen.
down.
I don't think there's one that's closer
It
than
has
this.
one of the biggest wait what's of all time, and it is the wedding entrance that you're about to get to.
Yeah. First of all, it's a bold move, and then we could talk about the water
I
in just a
mean-
moment. But it's a bold move on December 25th to be canoeing in for your
I think it's
wedding.
24th. I think it's
24th. No, the calendar shows the 25th when they're all getting ready. I'm pretty sure they get
I
married
thought
on
they woke
Christmas.
up on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
They woke up on Christmas Day. They fall asleep on Christmas,
Christmas Eve.
I don't know. Take it to the tape, boys. I'm
Eve's Christmas is when she wakes up. I thought she got married on Christmas Eve.
I
Maybe?
thought she got married.
It doesn't make any sense if she gets married on Christmas Day, because then she wakes up and it's Christmas Day again. Maybe.
I don't know. That's
Whatever
just
the case may be. Go
Well,
for it.
either
Yeah.
one. She's canoeing, and what made it bold in my mind, but then you guys extrapolated upon it.
Again, you're very like she is canoeing
She's
as
canoeing
an entrance.
as an entrance,
In
which
her
is
wedding
in her
dress.
wedding gown, which is bold. But then you realize she's canoeing, and when you look where she's canoeing from, there's a lot of rocks. It is a
Rapids.
class 2 rapid
Yeah,
situation.
yes.
And is a bold move to be doing that December 25th. But it gets even crazier from there, which, as you guys will elaborate, and those are mine.
I guess we have to elaborate.
Yeah, I guess we do. Okay.
Envision this with me in case you guys aren't going to watch
Do
this.
what?
So we're sitting here, right? The way that and so she's coming up on my side, right?
Yeah.
And then she does a little turny turd and docks.
That's right.
Here. And we see when she docks
behind her,
behind
on the other way,
her,
The other way.
it's a mountain of rocks.
mountain of
coming down
rocks,
this thing.
and the stream is coming towards us.
That's right.
Which means that the initial entrance was upstream.
And then we look past her the other way, and there are rocks in that direction. So she rafted upstream in a wedding gown.
And
that-
also the water is upstream both ways, is it not?
No, because the other side is higher. That's
can't-
our whole point.
Okay.
It's floating down.
I can't. Either way, I was baffled by it.
It's the core strength there is impressive. She must be drinking. Oh, core hydration. Yeah, I think she's drinking that.
Greenville tap water in the bottle.
You would think they paid us not a dime. Core
is the key.
hydration.
I have a couple. One, she goes home. She's bummed out. She watches her home videos, and in one of these, her mom is recording her and Scott talking, and then her and Scott start to kiss, and mom does some serious lingering on this kiss, and it was weird. It was a weird. It's like when I don't know what's weirder, the two of them starting to just make out in front of mom, or the fact that once they start to make out, mom doesn't immediately go like this with the camera. Mom is locked in on this shot. She is not pulling the focus, and I don't know which one was more concerning to me. Mom, it's just a weird dynamic on both ends, I think, in that regard. You guys mentioned the cafe, Winkies. The first time we go to Winkies, they are eating some cheese fries. And then the lady comes and takes her order. And I want to know if Winkies has a,
sit down.
You sit down, you get
a
some
plate of
cheese fries. Is it like bread at a lot of restaurants, but instead of the bread, it's cheese fries?
I want to go to Winkies.
Boy,
if that's
that
the
would
case.
be amazing.
Winkies sounds
Bring
wonderful.
it.
The Guardian Angel, the ways in which he chooses to show up is fascinating time and time again. The first one, homeless guy, that one, it kind of makes a little bit of sense.
We've seen that before.
But then here are the other ways that he shows up. One, jogging around town on the Channel 5 News.
At a bar. He does that
At a bar.
Yeah.
All very odd things for an angel to be doing. I don't know why the angel needs to jog. You need to stay in shape.
Is he
I
an
don't
angel?
know.
Did we determine that?
He says,
She's a
I'm your guardian angel.
Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why it's hard for me to believe it's time travel, because guardian angels typically show you the past, like a Christmas Carol. Like, this is what would have happened. Aren't you glad that you have your life? And so it's weird that it's a flip. It's a Christmas Carol flip. Like, you want to go to the past instead.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I knew, but I don't
If this is real life, my biggest what for this movie is, why are none of her family or closest friends worried at all about her mental health? Because she basically wakes up one morning and just forgets everything. Like, she's in awe that she's in certain clothes and what she looks like, even though she looks the exact same. She's forgetting things on a regular basis. And they're all just like, she's having a day. Dude, don't you take her to the hospital or something? Like, at some point. And then she wakes back up in her present day with a new husband and doesn't remember anything. At that point, her husband's got to be concerned.
96 and 04 were simpler times.
They
Dan.
were.
We didn't understand the
People could
complexities.
just pop off and say just stuff that didn't matter. Now they do that and they would run for president. I don't understand why no one's asking about her mental health. It doesn't make any sense at all. He decides he's taking her out on a date, and on the way, she decides she's taking him out on a date. She asked him out on a date, which very rarely happens in these movies. That was cool. And on the way out her door, time out. Which is it? Because the dad says, and I want to get this line right, don't blow the whole wad tonight. We've got a wedding to pay for. But I was under the assumption that it's his dad because he works for his dad.
Yes.
Then why is the guy's dad paying for the wedding? Because typically in 1996, especially, wouldn't her parents pay for the wedding?
Wait, that wasn't her dad that said that?
They were in his workplace.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what's going
Either
on.
way,
there.
don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that under any circumstances at all. Please don't. They open up an online store in 1996, which is impressive. It's bold to have the technology to do it overnight, but also to get people at that point. You wouldn't have gotten hits overnight on it. It would have taken actual paper advertising to get people to your online store. They wake up the next morning in 1996, and the store is bustling with people looking for books, not picking up online orders, looking for books, and there's a line outside the door stretching all the way down the block. May I submit to you in 1996 that neither of these two things would be possible products of starting an online store in the evening of 1996 before this happens. That neither of those two things make sense. They would have come to work the next day and they'd have been like, hey, we sold these books. That would have been as far as they would have gotten.
Yep.
Instead, they got all these people just shoulder to shoulder waiting to get in the store. Why?
Internet moves fast, Dan.
It moves so fast in 96.
It's the World Wide Web.
The dial-up is out of control. At one point, they're planning for the wedding, and the mom says, if we put Uncle Jim next to cousin something or another, then they're just going to talk football all night long. Well, who cares? Do we need Uncle Jim to do something else? Is it a big deal? Can Jim not talk about football in his spare time?
And all I'm saying is after that entrance, no one's going to be talking about anything else.
No. As soon as we
We're
canoe
talking about the physics.
over rapids upstream, all football talk is out the window. We're going to be asking who her trainer is.
Can you believe that?
That's unbelievable. They're at the karaoke bar, and he's like, I'm going to get a round of drinks for everybody. And he brings back 5 drinks for 4 people. And I want to know who's double fisting at that table. But I'm here for that. That's really, really funny. And then I think that's it for now.
Sorry for what the Hallmark is part of the show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe haven't given some clarity to the questions we still have. Panda.
I have questions about the dress designer.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. She is a what the Hallmark.
She's fascinating to me, and she is the one character that feels really. She's the comedic relief, but she feels vastly out of place.
It's like a Martin Short in Father of the Bride, but just the lowest rent version of that you can find, and that's a pretty terrible character. But this version is absurd.
It's nuts. She has this French accent that is just wild, and she's not in a big city. I want to make this clear. She's gone back to her small town home.
That's right.
And this lady's trying to do high concept, high design wedding dresses. And I just want to know, how'd she get there? Like, how did this lady end up in this small town? I want to know her story because it's fascinating to me. She's kind of out there too. Man, it's wild. I want to know more about her character. At the same time, I kind of don't.
Fair.
I feel
Fair.
There's never been a time I felt more like I had enough of a character on screen in one of these than this. I was like, yeah, that's just about enough right there.
It was more than enough.
It was more. I am
More than enough.
I am good with that.
I still have so many questions. I know we've talked about it, we've hit on it. Just about the how at the end. When she wakes up, how did the ramification, like what are the ramifications
That's mine.
of her
That's mine.
building this website and becoming
A millionaire.
a millionaire?
Overnight.
What happened?
I got to know that. I want to know how much she remembers of the last 8 years. They've been vastly different than her other 8 years. And when she wakes up, she thinks she doesn't have a Christmas tree in the other room. So she hasn't been implanted with all the new memories. Are the 8 years just like a vapor? She doesn't remember.
And I
She's just a
imagine
millionaire?
over the course of 8 years, she's going to have to be caught up to speed on so many
Yes.
business things.
So many.
So many business, like how the internet has evolved from 96 to 2004.
Oh my gosh, massive.
Goodness gracious. Her best friend, is she still there? What's she doing?
Yeah, they talked to him. They mentioned her.
She's in New York.
And she married the dude that they introduced.
Yeah, I just didn't know if they came.
But also, that means her time, it had to be time travel because it not only affected her, it affected her friend. These unexplored areas should tell you how much thought went into this movie. None.
But it was great.
It is, yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, we
We did, everybody. Congratulations. What a week it's been.
Wait, did you do yours?
That was mine.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
Okay.
We did. We tag teamed it. Guys, before we leave, let's do a double decker of the week, where we're diving into the life of a double decker. Panda, amazing work so far this week.
Thanks,
I know
man.
you're gonna knock this one out of the park, pal.
Yeah.
Dan, who do we have?
Hannah Span. Hannah Span. It could be Spawn. I'm guessing Span though.
Hannah Span, podcaster.
Great.
And I love a good podcast. She has launched the Morning Person podcast.
The Morning Person podcast.
This is a podcast for morning people.
Yeah, absolutely. For morning people.
Is it morning as in they're sad, or morning as in it got up early?
Sad.
Yeah.
They're very sad.
Thought we might get there.
And
God.
yeah,
This sounds awful.
it's more chipper than you think. Hannah really brings high energy.
But why do morning people want morning, MOURNING? Do they want high energy?
Well, it's a very specific podcast, Dan. I think people who are maybe a little bit down in the dumps, but Hannah brings energy because she's only mourning about one thing.
What's that?
She tends to kill her houseplants, Dan.
Okay.
It bums her out.
And she started a podcast.
Yeah.
Where she's very high energy talking about the latest plant she killed.
Yeah.
And
It
do
connects.
only people that also struggle with plants listen, or is this for?
I got to tell you, I thought Brie on 3 was a bad idea, and that idea is pure gold.
Well,
What is the listenership of the Morning People podcast?
5,000 downloads. The day it
Total?
No.
The day it came
Every
out.
day, without fail. Maybe you don't.
Ding dun ding dun 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 the Morning Podcast.
Hey, I have an air plant. It's dead. That bums me out. But I also really am happy today because I bought another plant. And you're going to have to hear about that tomorrow.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hannah's got a plan. It's gonna kill it. How many days will it last? It's morning and if you give Hannah a plant, she will kill it all right now.
Is there copyright issues with that?
So what I learned about the morning show is that she spent all her money.
First of all.
She's not chipper in the slightest.
Thank God for the.
She kills plants in one day, which means she's actively killing them. She's a murderer. She's not just like didn't get enough water. She is murdering them, and they spent all their money and time on doing a cover of Paul Simon's "Call Me Al," and that's what I got from that.
I got to be honest with you. The music is more chipper than Hannah. And that is...
How can you not listen to "Call Me Al" though and think it's a chipper podcast? I don't blame you there.
You have a dedicated listener in me, Hannah. I'm just letting you know.
You could just listen to the song "Call Me Out" by Paul Simon
No. I'm here for the air plant talk.
Okay, air plant.
All right, we did it, everybody. Congratulations. We will be back next week with more stuff. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas!
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.